So the best tools for citations, well, we find if we do it manually, that's always the best. We actually start out with a tool called Bright Local to get the ball rolling, but we go back in and fill in the gaps and do it manually. Bright Local just saves us a little bit of time. Moz Local has a tool, Advice Local, White Spark, and then Yext. We tried all 4 of those. There were too many errors for us to continue to use them, so we terminated our relationship with them. But that's why we go in behind Bright Local and fill in the gaps and then continue to add month over month. So if you want to run a free citation and consistency and accuracy report and get the top 35 to 40 high domain authority sites, and this will include your data aggregators, and it also will include voice search, all you have to do is go to lawfirmmarketingpros.com/free-tools, and you can run a free report to see how you're doing. This is a sample of another report that we run for our clients when we get started. And this particular client was pretty happy because he felt he was okay because he scored a 100% on his Google My Business listing. And all that's telling us is that his Google My Business listing has been claimed and it's been built. It doesn't mean that it's been optimized properly. His overall score was a 38%, which, as we all know, is not a good score. So your citation best practices include manually claiming and optimizing your Google My Business listing. You want to use a citation tool like Moz for direct API to the top 50 citation listings. This is just to get you started, okay? You need to get listed or verified in those major data aggregators, and then leverage a tool like Bright Local Citation Finder or White Spark to find niche listing opportunities. And I'm going to show you the top 10 niche listing opportunities for lawyers today. So these are the top generic citations for law firms. And we're familiar with most of these. We all know what Facebook, Yelp, MapQuest, Yellow Pages is. We all know Yahoo Local, but some of you may not know who Manta is or Superpages or Dex knows. These are important directories because Google gives them high domain authority. I'm going to show you what that means in just one second. So how many legal citation sites are there? Anybody have any idea? I don't want to mute anybody, but you can drop it in the chat if you want. I'll tell you, I was really surprised that it is more than 80 citation sites just for the law field. And here they are right here. This is your top 10. And you can see here, DA stands for Domain Authority. So what that means is this, is that Justia, you guys all know what Justia is, you know what FindLaw is, Avo, etc., lawyers.com. So Google has given a numeric ranking to every single website. And on a scale of 0 to 100, 100 being the highest, that's how Google values it. The higher the score, the more Google values it. So if you want to start getting points faster, start with Justia and FindLaw and NoLo and so on and so forth. We are going to make this list available to anybody who requests it at the end of the webinar. Reviews, reviews, reviews. This is your strategy for driving consistent quality reviews. So you want to leverage tools to request a review after every good meeting you have with the client. You want to train your staff to get a review prior to them leaving the office, not your staff, but the client. You want to implement an automated email review system. You want to make a call after that meeting to walk them through the review process. And obviously you're going to delegate that to your staff, to a paralegal. And you want to build reviews and recognition into your company culture. It is so, so important. So the best tools for review automation, well, we analyzed every review platform available. We determined that the most effective is a comprehensive review getting system, and there was nothing out there. So we've done all the heavy lifting and helped develop that system. Actually, we did the work with one of the original programmers from Norton, and we have this wonderful program called ReviewGoal. I'm going to do a webinar in the very near future on reputation marketing and reviews and ReviewGoal. So the results of a great review getting system, and we can see the curve here. This is a law firm. He started with us. He was right about here. And now he has a 4.91 star average with 556 reviews. It's not a pizza shop. This is a law firm. So he has certainly, if not the best reputation in his market, close to it. But with that number of reviews, it just blows everybody away. So they're getting the first click or the first call. So your on-page SEO best practices. So clear representation of your business name and services provided. Again, this is for your website on page. You want your NAP with a map. You want a call to action button. So you want a call now button or click the call button. You want directions. You want your business hours. You want your contact information. You want a separate page for each service with a minimum of 800 words per page. Let's talk about hosting. So if your hosting isn't guaranteed with a score of 90 on something called GT metrics, I'm going to show you an example of GT metrics, you've got a problem. And that's your technical SEO aspect having to do with page speed scores. You should also have 90 days of offsite backup. You need real uptime monitoring with instant internal alerts. What an internal alert means is that if something breaks, you don't need to be notified. You don't need to be bothered by it while you're in the middle of a deposition. You just need someone who's providing a level of service that's taking care of it for you. And you need weekly updates for your plugins and your themes with 24/7 support, just in case there's an emergency. 100% uptime through automatic failover servers. So one rolls to the other, to the other. And a weekly performance review to ensure your performance score sticks. And your performance scores are your GT metrics scores. GTmetrics.com is a free tool. You can go there, put your domain name in, and it'll run your score for you. I'm going to show you that example in a second. And the locations of your servers. I discussed this briefly earlier. So it's geolocation of where they're at. We have servers strategically placed all over the country. So they're going to be closer to where the client is searching from. So it rolls where the client's pulling the information from. And that just enhances your speed. So here's an example. Here's the before. And we looked at Cohen and Judah earlier. This is their website when we started with them. Their score was a 64 and a 56 with a load speed time of 4.8 seconds. Remember, you've got about 2.3 seconds. And here's the after. He scored a 100 and a 100. Again, 4.8. We got him to a 2.5. We did not build their website. I am begging him to let us build the website so we can get this load speed time down to around 2 seconds. We have some sites loading in a second and a half.